All right, let's get the elephant out of the room. Last card, not my best showing. Definitely my worst showing of all time. I did very awful for predictions last card. I picked a few underdogs that didn't come through, and there was also a lot of underdog wins that I did not foresee happening. So, again, I apologize. I'm going to do better this card. I promise you guys. Put your faith in me. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into this card. We got UFC Nacho Fight Night Lopes versus Silva. And we got some pretty decent fights. Start off with the first fight. We've got the Ultimate Fighter welterweight finale between Rodrigo Senado versus Daniil Donchenko. I'm going to go with the Donchenko here. I didn't watch the Ultimate Fighter, but I did watch like some clips, and I was pretty impressed with what I've seen from Donchenko. He seems like he's got some pretty good striking. He's also got some good grappling. We got Brazil versus Ukraine, a rivalry as old as time. Brazil and Ukraine always going back and forth with each other. But I've got Donchenko. I think he's going to get this one done. Then we've got Alice Pahea versus Montserrat Rendon. I'm going to go with Alice Pahea here. She is not, let me just put this out, she is not Alex Pereira's sister. That's a different woman. But she's a pretty decent prospect. She's got some TKOs. Not going to be the best little competition, but then also you look at Montserrat Rendon. I mean, she's not really beating anyone too great, and she has a lot of bad split decisions on her record, She's a bit of a split decision merchant. I'm going to trust in Alice Pahea getting this one done. I'm going to say Alice Pahea, sorry, gets this one done. Not Alex Pahea, Alice. Then we've got Alexandro Costa versus Alden Correa. This guy's a teammate of Joshua Van, I believe. 4-ounce Fight Club. I think this is Joshua Van's gym. Both out of Texas. This is Joshua the Fearless Van. Yeah, I thought so. He's a decent boxer. He's a pretty good scrapper, but he's taking this fight on short notice. Last time around, not a good win at all to have there. Scrappy guy, but I'm going to trust in Alexandro Costa to get this one done. I think he's very underrated. I think he's a very underrated guy. I don't think he's bad, That win over Borges, very dominant. Sumadurgi couldn't do that to him. And Rolando Rodriguez, he got smoked by him. Jimmy Flick, not the best win, but he was doing decent against Amir Albazi. Now, I don't think he has the best chin in the world, obviously. Got badly hurt by Usyk. Got chinned by Amir Albazi. But that was short notice, and he looked decent on short notice. He's very physical. He's a very, bulky flyweight, because he's a pretty short dude. He's how tall is he? Where's his height? 5'4". He's 5'4", but he is very bulky, pretty athletic, very strong. I think he'll be able to beat Alden Correa here, but, short notice. He's a scrapper. It could be interesting. Then we got Zachary Reese versus Cedric Dumas. Dumas recently been arrested a couple times. This fight has been booked twice, maybe 3 times. It's a very interesting fight. Obviously, Dumas is poor right now. He has no money. He literally posted in his bank account he has $0, which is crazy, but makes a lot of sense. I mean, bail ain't cheap. I think Zachary Reese is going to knock Cedric Dumas out, to be honest with you guys. I think this screams of a first round Zachary Reese KO. And the thing you got to realize with Dumas, he's not trading. He's not. I don't even know if he can afford to train at the gym, but he's not got a very good chin. Got chinned here by Michelle Olachechik. Got chinned by Nasultan Ruzabayev. Josh Fremd rocked him and then subbed him. He's not got a very good chin at all. And Cody Brundage fought the stupidest fight ever. Kept throwing guillotines, which lost him the fight. Abu Azaitar was a close back and forth, 29-28. Dennis Tulin was a close competitive fight from memory. And then obviously Olachechik smoked him. I think Zachary Reese will be able to catch him. Now, Zachary Reese didn't have the best fight last time out, but I rate Dusko Torovic a much higher than I do rate a Cedric Dumas, to be honest with you guys. I think Dusko would probably smoke Dumas. I think Dumas is awful. It blows my mind that on the ultimate, oh, not the Ultimate Fighter, on the Dana White Contender Series. It blows my mind that he was able to beat Matej Panaz, who is actually like a really good prospect. I don't think that happens most times out of 10, to be honest with you guys. Crazy, I know, but I think I think he would smoke Dumas in a rematch. So I'm going to go on to say that Zachary Reese gets a first round KO here over Dumas. Then we've got a very interesting fight. This is a very, very interesting fight between Jesus Aguilar and Luis Garuli. This is the first time I've bet in about 3 years because I had to jump on these odds. How in the fuck is Jesus Aguilar an underdog in this fight? I don't get it. What did Lewis show in his last fight to go, yep, this is a guy you should make a moderate favorite in his next fight? He got absolutely smoked by Odie Osborne in the second round. That's not good. If you're losing to Odie Osborne, you shouldn't be losing to him in the second round. Yeah, first round, all right, understandable. You're telling me Odie Osborne, who gasses after the first round, was managed to be able to chin you in the second round? That is crazy to me. Jesus Aguilar is not very bad. He's not bad. And this is like going to be a fight where he's actually got a guy who's like a similar reach. It's only a 1.5-inch reach difference. Typically, he has to deal with a pretty big reach disadvantage. I mean, he almost subbed Tatsuro Taira. He's got a very good guillotine. He's got a good overhand. I mean, Shannon Ross, not the best fighter in the world. Beat Stuart Nickel as well. Very good performance. He hurt Rastavan Esteban. I'm pretty sure. Esteban is very good. Like, he is good. He gasses out. And I think Esteban missed weight for that fight, right? No, he actually made weight. Okay, never mind. Well, that goes against me a bit there. But still, he's pretty good. And I think he's younger than Lewis. Yeah, he's 2 years younger. Like, I don't know. I think this is a really good fight for Jesus Aguilar. I don't understand these odds whatsoever, but I did make a bet. I made a $25 bet. And, I'm pretty confident in it. This seems like I don't know. It seems like the odds should be the other way around. I feel like Jesus Aguilar should be the minus 195 here, but for whatever reason, I don't know, did Jesus Aguilar like break his fucking leg or something? Like, I don't think Luis Garuli is that good. I mean, he went to a split decision. I can't remember. I think he clearly beat Nick because I watched that fight, but it was short notice for Nick as well. And I think Nick ended up losing another fight after this. No, he didn't. No, he got a win. Okay, my bad. But it was a split decision. Okay, like I don't know. I think Jesus Aguilar is showing he's more UFC level than Lewis. Like, I think he can catch him on the chin. He's got a lot of power. I think he can maybe catch him in a guillotine. Like, I like Jesus Aguilar here. I don't think he's bad. I don't get these odds, to be honest with you guys. Like, maybe he was a favorite against Esteban, and then now they've like switched up. Is that what it was? Like, I think he was I think he was like decent in the odds against him, right? No, I don't think he's been an underdog in all of his fights, to be honest with you guys. Let me go. Sorry, I know this is going off topic real quick, but I need to check this. Has he been an underdog in every fight? Slight underdog against Nickel. What up against? They go against Mateus. Oh fuck! I didn't mean to click that. So I need to get to the bottom of it. Has this guy ever been a favorite? Oh, he would have been a favorite against Shannon Ross. Yeah, near even. Okay, yeah, against Mateus, he was an underdog, near even. He definitely would have been a favorite against Shannon Ross, but how big of a favorite? Only a slight favorite. Like, why is he underrated this badly? Like, it was actually to the point where it was like Shannon Ross wasn't even an underdog. It was near even. Like, this guy's always got very sneaky good odds. I'm gonna trust in the Jesus Aguilar pick here, man. Like, I don't know. I just think he should win this pretty convincingly. Shout out to Otis, the beefy one, for bringing this to my attention. Because I as soon as I seen the odds, I bet on Jesus Aguilar because it seems like he really should be the favorite here. Anyway, then we got Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. I'm going to trust in Tatiana Suarez here. Like, Amanda Lemos just doesn't have takedown defense. She beat Lucindo her last time out, which I think I picked her to do. But I just know she's going to get taken down in this fight. I mean, she did beat Mackenzie Dern, but I don't know. She just doesn't have very good takedown defense. I think Tatiana Suarez will go in there and get that sub. Sorry, I'm so sorry, guys. I didn't have a good night's sleep last night. We got Claudia Puelles versus Joaquim Silva. This is a tough fight because they're both very good jiu-jitsu. But I might take Joaquim Silva because I just don't think Claudio Puelles is going to be able to go in there and chin him. While at least with Silva, we know he's an explosive, powerful guy. I know he's a bit older, but I think these guys fought before, though, right? Is it a rematch? I swear this fight's happened before. No, I'm misremembering, but it seems like a fight that has happened. I don't know. Who did Puelles lose to? He lost to someone very similar to him, I'm pretty sure. No, okay, no, I'm misremembering. Weird, it feels like this fight happened before. I don't know why I'm picturing this fight, but anyway, regardless of that, I think Joaquim Silva will probably find the KO here. Seems like a good matchup for an explosive guy. Like Joaquim Silva's got amazing jiu-jitsu. He subbed Neil Magny in a grappling match. And he's also very explosive. He's definitely the better striker here, so I'm going to go with Joaquim Silva. Then we've got Jose Medina versus Dusko Turdovich. I'm going to say that Dusko gets this one done here. Jose Medina is awful. He shouldn't be in the UFC. I'm sorry to my Bolivian people who watch this. I made one of my most popular videos is a video that I named Jose Medina is the worst signing in UFC history. He's a human punching bag. And I stand by it. Since being in the UFC, he's been just used as cannon fodder. He's just been battered and bruised by Zachary Reese. He's got Bradley chinned by Otiba Gutierrez. And then he obviously lost him down to my contender series. The guy's on a 3-fight losing streak. He's about to be on a 4-fight losing streak. And I'll probably give him another fight. But he's not going to beat Dusko. He won't beat Dusko. Dusko, I know he's chinny. But, like, he's decent. You know, he could have arguably beat Zachary Reese. He got a knee injury against Christian Leroy Duncan, which I completely forgot. I thought he got a win after that, but he has not. This is actually a tough fight, but I think he should win this. As a fighter, he is just clearly better than Medina. Maybe Medina can catch him on the chin, but Zachary Reese couldn't do that. And I don't think Dusko is bad enough to lose to Jose Medina, who... Literally, his fight to get to Dana White Contender Series, he went to a split in that fucking fight. Like, for God's sake, man. Like, he got subbed. Like, I think if Dusko's smart, he can just go in there and take down Jose Medina and sub him. So it'll be interesting to see what Dusko does here. But I'm going to go Dusko Todorovic to get this one done. Then we've got Santiago Luna versus Kwang Lee. I'm going to go with Kwang Lee here. I'm pretty surprised in the odds. I mean, he is 6-0, is Luna, but like 4-6. I mean, 6-1. This is a guy with a Dagestani sounding last name, so that's pretty impressive in fairness. But 3-1, 2-0. Like, okay, his record's not as bad, but I don't know. It's very short notice. I think Kwang Lee is pretty good. I picked Kwang Lee when he fought Gustavan Bolanos as an underdog. And I don't think he's too bad. And Long Zhao is like not too bad himself. So losing to him isn't too bad. Who was his debut against? I think his debut was short notice against Chris Gutierrez, where he did pretty decent. So I'm going to go Kwang Lee to get this one done here. Probably, I'll say decision. I'll say he gets a decision. Then we've got Alexander Hernandez versus Diego Ferreira. Oh, this is a tough one. This is really tough. Part of me really wants to pick Ferreira, but he did look really bad against Grant Dawson. But Alexander Hernandez can't really do anything that he did. This is a tough fight. This is actually a really tough fight. What's the age difference? Oh, man, there's an 8-year age difference. I think Diego Ferreira's best days are behind him. And Hernandez looked good against Chase Hooper, but like I think Ferreira would beat Chase Hooper. Could have lost to Holloway, though. He could have lost to Holloway. It's short notice. He's got power, though. That's the thing. Hernandez does have power. What's the reach? To which reach? This is actually really tough. Like, I'm really going back and forth on this one. Like, that Diego Ferreira slight underdog is screaming my name, but Hernandez, man. He's looking good. And Ferreira is not. He got absolutely mauled by Grant Dawson. So, like, it's tough. It is really tough. They're like, who do I go? Where do I lead with this one? Who are the majority of people going with here? It's pretty close. Yeah, these odds, they're understandable. This is a very close fight. I'm gonna go Hernandez. I just think Diego Ferreira's best days are behind him. When did he beat? When did he beat Rebecca? He looked bad before he didn't. That was a year ago. Like that. It's been over a year. Like their performance now. Like it's been over a year. He could just be washed now. Like and he cut weight recently too. I think was he meant to fight on the same card as Hernandez? Was Hernandez? Was this on this card? Yeah. So they both were scheduled for the same card. Hernandez just fought. Diego Ferreira obviously lost his opponent. I think Ferreira would have beat Bobby Green. But I'm going to go with the young gun here. I'm going to go Hernandez. Maybe he disappoints and gets beat here, but I don't know. It seems like a good fight. He's got momentum now. He's going to come confident, and I think he's going to get the win here. Then we've got Kelvin Gastelum versus Dustin Stolfus. I'm going to say that Kelvin Gastelum wins this fight. I'm pretty confident Kelvin Gastelum will beat Dustin Stolfus, to be honest. This seems like a gimme fight for Kelvin Gastelum. Like, I don't know, maybe he can get taken down or subbed or something, but I just don't think Dustin Stolfus has shown he's on the level of a guy who can beat Kelvin Gastelum. He did beat Marc-Andre Barriol by KO, and he is due a win. Look at this record. Let's not go back that far, but we know since he lost to Gerald Mearshart, he beat Dwight Grant, beat Abbas Magomedov. Lost to Abbas Magomedov, sorry. Beat Pahali Soriano, then he lost to Bruno Ferreira. But after he lost to Ferreira, he beat Marc-Andre. Then after he beat Marc-Andre, he lost to Sultan Ruzabayev. So maybe he's due a win, but I'm going to trust in Kelvin Gastelum. He didn't look too bad against Joe Pyfer. I know technically Dustin Stolfus beat Joe Pyfer, but like that was a very fluky way. And I honestly, I think Kelvin Gastelum is going to get this one done. I'm going Kelvin Gastelum. Then we've got Jared Gordon versus Rafa Garcia. This is a very interesting fight. Jared Gordon coming off a big KO over Thiago Moises. Rafa Garcia is a very gritty guy, but his last couple wins, like his performance against Vince Pichel wasn't very good. It was not good. Let's just be honest with it. He should have arguably lost that fight. I don't know what happened. But look at Vince Pichel's record. It's not on the greatest run right now. I don't know if he's been cut or not, but he's like a bit of an older guy. Like how old were they? How old were they when they fought? Like they've given Rafa Garcia a lot of these older guys. Like there was a 12-year difference, and you can argue Vince Pichel gets Clay Guida. He didn't look very good. I'm going to go with Jared Gordon here. I really do think that Jared Gordon will get this one done. And I'm a trust in Jared Gordon to win this by decision. I'm going to say Jared Gordon decision. He did get subbed by Grant Dawson, but like he was giving Grant Dawson the hands, and that's a performance that aged pretty well because Grant Dawson is very good. And I don't know, Jared Gordon has very good boxing, very good grappling defense. I know he's a bit older, but I don't know. I like him here. I really like him. I normally pick Rafa Garcia, but like I don't know that Dawson fight. Just I don't know. And also Jared Gordon's like developed KO power. Also thought he beat Nazareth. I thought he won that Nazareth fight. He chinned Mark Madsen. He chinned Moises. Not many people just go in there and chin Moises like that pretty quickly. So I like it. Then we got the co-main event. We got Rob Font versus David Martinez, and boy oh boy do I have a hot take here. I'm going to go with David Martinez. I'm actually going to go with David Martinez here. I think he's a nightmare matchup for a guy like Rob Font. He's got a really elusive karate style. Kicks heavy, good kicks, good movement. He's fast, he's younger. He's 11 years younger. Short notice. This is a tough fight for Rob Font to prepare for. While David Martinez, I feel like preparing for a boxer is quite easy. And he's beat the last guy, the jump up in competition is crazy. Simon Oliveira was his last opponent, who isn't very good, but Xavier Franklin's a pretty decent guy. He's come back, rebounded with a win. That was a good performance. And he's like level of comp in Combatus Global isn't too bad. Not too bad. You can argue he beat Valquez as well. I think I've rewatched that fight. He arguably should have won that fight. He's powerful. He's good. Rob Font, I picked him in his last two fights. Actually, I didn't pick him against Carla Phillips, but I picked him against Matsumoto. You can argue Matsumoto won. I don't see it. I thought Rob Font won it. I think David Martinez is a much tougher fight than Raul Rosas Jr. I think Rob Font would have beat Raul Rosas, but I think David Martinez is going to win this. I am picking David Martinez as an underdog, and yeah, I may be crazy. I know I went crazy with underdogs last time, guys. I know, but I really like the David Martinez underdog. I think he's going to get it done. I think he's doing it. I think he's going to be too quick. He's going to be elusive. I think he's going to win a decision here. I think he can hurt Rob Font, but I don't know if Rob Font can hurt David Martinez. You know, Martinez is younger. He's gritty. He's got a pretty good chin from what I've seen. I'm going to go David Martinez, man. I really trust in the elusive karate style to get this one done. It's a big step up. It's really quick. I would have liked to have seen David Martinez be a lot more unranked, guys, but hey, fuck it. Let's do it. David Martinez is going to get this one done by decision. Then we've got the main event. We've got Diego Lopes versus Gene, the last undefeated fighting nerd, Lord Silva. Gene Silva, the last one of the fighting nerds in the UFC who have not lost. And I think he's going to win this. I think he's a really bad matchup for Diego Lopes. Diego Lopes is tough. He's gritty. Now, maybe he can utilize some hole that we don't know about Gene Silva's game. But I think Gene Silva has good takedown defense. I think he's a very good striker. I think he's the better striker. Like, let's look at this fight. He's had all different sorts of opponents. Let's start off with the first opponent on Contender Series, Kevin Valhos. Amazing boxer. Then we have Weston Wilson. Karate Can. Then we had... I'm so sorry, Weston Wilson. She's like a really nice guy. But then we had Charles Jourdain, who's very unorthodox striker. Then we had Drew Dober, who's like a traditional blood and guts, grit, you know, take one to give one type of fighter. Then we had Melsik Bugs Dazarian, who's like a technical kickboxer. We had Bryce Mitchell. He's a wrestler. He's a country boy wrestler. And then we have Diego Lopes, who's like a jiu-jitsu powerhouse. Powerful puncher with really good jiu-jitsu. So we've seen Gene Silva has taken all these different styles of opponents. None of his opponents have been the same. They've all been different styles, which I like. I like that we've seen him against all these different styles. I like that his last fight was against Bryce Mitchell, where he utilized a lot of good takedown defense. Didn't get taken down in that fight at all, I don't think. Got a ninja choke. I think Gene Silva is the best of the fighting nerds. He's the only one I see as a potential champion. I've said this for a while. I think Gene Silva is going to win. Diego Lopes looked good against Volk, but he did get hurt in that fight. He showed a really good chin, but Volk's not like as powerful as a guy like Gene Silva, I don't think. I think that's a crazy take. And Volk's obviously past his best. Not washed, but past his best. While Gene Silva is like in his prime, he's younger. He's very technical. He's a sharp shooter on the feet. And if he could go in there and just chin Diego Lopes, they will just push him up there for like, maybe they do him versus Mobzar next or something. So that'll be interesting. But 16-2, he's very good. He is a very good Gene Silva. And if he goes in there and smokes Diego Lopes, this is going to be crazy. But I actually think this is going to be back and forth. I think Diego Lopes is going to give him a scrap. But then I think eventually he's going to get caught. And I think Gene Silva probably has the better cardio here. His cardio has looked good against Kevin Valhos. I think he's got decent cardio. So if this goes like long, I think Gene Silva might have the cardio edge here. But it'll be interesting to see how this one goes. If anyone utilizes the grappling here, I'd imagine Diego Lopes will be the one who shoots a lot. I don't know if Gene Silva will shoot. Maybe he does it to mix it up so he can land a bit more on the feet. But I'm going to Gene Silva to get this one done. I'm going to say by TKO. I don't think he colds Diego Lopes. Or maybe he does. We have seen Lopes go cold, but it was at bantamweight, so maybe the weight cut affected his chin. He's got a pretty decent chin. He's also got that tick where he does that with his neck because of the sweat, because he's got like I think he was in like a fire or something, so like when he sweats, he gets like agitated from it. I think he's going to be doing this, and I think Gene Silva is going to find an opportunity to land down the pipe when he's doing that. Like he's going to drop his hands to do that. And honestly, I feel like Gene Silva is going to catch him when he does that. I don't know why I'm getting visions of it. I think he's going to hurt him at some point because of that. So that's like something I've got. If there's odds for it, give me them odds. But anyway, I'm going to go with Gene Silva. These are my predictions for UFC Fight Night Lopes versus Silva. The UFC Not J card, not a pay-per-view. It's all free fight, no title fights. No pay-per-view September. It was meant to be Volk versus Yair, but that would have been awful. Volk would have clearly won. I mean, I would have liked to see Volk get another win, but not that way. Not that. Shouldn't be a title fight. Anyway, I'm going to go. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Shout out to the Mixed Martial Artist, the single member of the channel. Fuck, I fucked that up again. And yeah, thanks for watching. Become a member. Guys, become a member. It's cheap. There's a dollar store menu. It's like $1.99, Yeah, and you get a shout out at the end of every video. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.